Senator John McCain, R. Arizona, is uneasy with a report that Trump's son-in-law and top advisor Jared Kushner attempted to set up a secret communications channel with the Kremlin during the transition before Mr. Trump was inaugurated. And quote I don't and a post like it. I just don't and a post and quote. McCain told a USTRALIA and a post ABC News. And quote I know some administration officials are saying this is standard procedure and quote, he said. And quote I don't and a post think it and a post standard procedure prior to the inauguration of the President of the United States by someone who is not in an appointed position. And quote. Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly on Sunday defended Kushner during an appearance on NBC and a post and quote meet the press. And quote there and a possess a lot of different ways to communicate, backchannel, publicly with other countries and quote, Kelly said. And he dismissed the idea that any importance should be attached to Kushner and a possess alleged efforts. And quote I don't and a post see any big issue here relative to Jared and quote, Kelly said. McCain also responded to a report that James Comey decided to announce the outcome of the FBI and a possess investigation into Hillary's Clinton and a possess email server based on Russian misinformation he may have known to be false. And quote I think Mr. Comey, we now know, took action that he did in regards to then-candidate Clinton in regards to false news that was being put out by the Russians and quote, he said in the interview. And quote this is becoming more and more bizarre. In fact, UCAN and a post make it up. And quote, in MCCAI and a possess view, Russia and its president, Vladimir Putin, have grown into a greater threat to the US than ISIS. And quote I think Putin is the premier and most important threat and quote, McCain said, adding, and quote more so than ISIS. And quote, ISIS can do and quote terrible things and quote. McCain continued, and quote but it and a possess the Russians who tried to destroy the very fundamental of democracy, and that is to change the outcome of an American election. And quote I and a pose v seen no evidence that they succeeded, but they tried and quote, he went on. And quote and THEY and a pose re still trying. And quote.